Hello, peopleage! Being a Roblox asymmetrical horror game channel, it found that I was going to make a Die of Death video eventually. So today I'm going to rank every civilian ability in Die of Death. Also, no, I did not copy Evan. I had this idea for a couple of weeks now. And by the way, I only have around 11 hours on the game, so if my opinions are hot dookie garbage, then you can call me out in the comments. I give you full permission. But with that being said, I'm going to place these on a tier list because of course I am. And now let's start the video. Number 12, Hot Dog. I don't think there's any bad abilities in Die of Death per se, except for Hot Dog. Hot Dog is an ability that once you use, you lose stamina but gain some health back. But you know why Artful is the worst killer? He has the lowest stamina and can be looped. Having low stamina as a trade-off for high health isn't a good idea. You're basically sacrificing your precious stamina for a tiny bit of extra health. You don't even really get benefits either. The killer can easily see you when you're getting fat and leave you for LMS. With something like Revolver, where you lose stamina, Revolver is a stun. It's very useful. Tiny bit of extra health as a trade-off for low stamina is not a good trade-off. I always tend to avoid Hot Dog when I'm a civilian. So with that being said, it's going in D tier. Number 11, Banana Peel. When you use Banana Peel, you shoot out a gun that if the killer slips on it, they will fall and be partially stunned. Banana Peel is fine, but it has a few things holding it back. First of all, you're so very vulnerable when placing it, and you can even slip on your own banana peel. This means in a high-intensity chase, when you're trying to get the killer to slip on the banana, there's a high chance that you're going to slip on it yourself. There's only a select few spots where banana peel can be helpful, but most of the time the killer can just very easily walk around it. I've seen some people try to start the animation and then turn around to catch the killer off guard, but this still isn't good enough. Say even when the killer slips on the banana, it barely does anything. It's just a little banana slip. Yeah. Banana is going in C tier. Number 10, Block. Taking a huge leap in quality, Block is our first decent ability. Block allows you to block any attack. Being a survivalist ability, it lets you live longer. However, there are some things holding it back. Just like in Forsaken, it is very predictable when you're going to block, and almost every killer has some form of punishment. Pursuer has Cleave, Badware has Bolt, Harken has her spear thing, I don't know the name of it. Killdroid has literally any move, like the detonate or his M1. Artful has Repurpose, but what brings Block up is how it can actually protect other teammates, blocking attacks for them. However, actually landing your block doesn't provide any upside. It's not giving you anything. It's a fine ability. There's just better, though. B tier. Number 9, Adrenaline. Adrenaline is actually a pretty good move. Adrenaline allows you to go faster, but also when you stop running, you have to take a break. This ability is actually really good for extending chases and getting away or getting distance. But the fact that you take a break at the end really does hold it back. If the killer can predict where you're going and can see you, it's most likely they'll find you doing that animation and do a punish. Yeah, survivalist abilities aren't the best. B tier as well. Number 8, Cloak. Cloak allows you to go invisible for a short bit and run around. Most of the time, this ability is actually very useful and can throw the killer off. Going completely invisible is a cool concept, but there are some downsides. First of all, you can't regain stamina while you're going invisible, so if the killer finds you when you turn uninvisible, you're basically cooked if a punishing move is off cooldown. Secondly, the animation of turning invisible is very long and can be punishing if the killer finds you. Also, if the killer attacks you while you're invisible, which could be really easy depending on how sneaky you are, you go uninvisible. Also, going uninvisible has a long animation. So that's a total of 3 times you can be punished. However, I think the upside of going invisible and gaining a ton of distance is a great trade-off. This is a survivalist ability, so it can't help your team at all though. How unfortunate. B tier yet again. Number 7, Taunt. Taunt allows you to laugh at the killer, and if landed correctly, has a giant laughing guy on your screen for a few seconds. This move is actually really annoying, lasts a while, and has a fairly large hitbox. I found myself groaning whenever there's the little laughing guy across my screen. It can really delay the chase another 20 seconds. Being our first attacking ability, it actually can help your team in some instances. However, there are some downsides. Using this makes you very vulnerable, with loud voice lines and things like that. The move is very good, but combined with the fact that it makes you vulnerable and how the actual taunt on your screen only lasts around 15 seconds, this is going around the top of B tier. Number 6, Dash. Being our last survivalist ability, Dash is the best one. Dash lets you, to take a hint, dash forward. For a survivalist ability, Dash is great, allowing you to extend chases and gain distance, especially on killers with no ranged abilities. You can also do some ankle breaking, which can really confuse the killer. There's also some nice individual uses, like if you see Artful placing a wall, you can dash through the wall and not get trapped, or dodge Badware's bolts, or even dodge one of Killdroid's homing missiles. Dash is the best and most versatile survivalist move, so I'm placing it in A tier. Number 5, Revolver. Our first actual stun ability. Revolver is great, but it has some downsides. Using the ability, you shoot out your gun, and then have to reload after. This move is great, but has some downsides which keeps it from going into S tier. First of all, reloading is kind of a hassle. Nothing too crazy, but if you're getting chased, you can't immediately fire back after 15 seconds. You have to wait the reload and then do the animation. It's a whole thing. Second of all, aiming is so incredibly hard except for a select few moments. You're better off shooting up close. Not to mention how you could be heavily punished if you miss as well. So though being a stun, a ranged one at that, a short cooldown, and being able to save your team, Revolver is pretty good. A tier, almost S tier. Number 4, Caretaker. The Caretaker move allows the civilian to drop a bottle of a healing potion that can heal the survivor it touches. Having a healing move is obviously great and immediately makes it S tier, but there's a few caveats. Having somebody move away could be really punishing. You also can't heal somebody who's getting chased without becoming very vulnerable and having great timing. Not to mention the actual heal is barely anything, but with that being said, it's still a heal, and then it's on a low cooldown. And you also need it to get the Carepad ability. So with that being said, it's going in S tier. Number 3, Bonus Pad. Being the second supportive ability, Bonus Pad is very useful. Bonus Pad can speed up a survivor who runs through it by just a bit. On the surface, this might not sound like much, but you couldn't be more wrong. Just this little bit of speed is so good to extend chases and makes the Bonus Pad survivor a must-kill early on. It really helps survivors live longer, and especially against a Pursuer or Badware. Even Artful at times. If you really find a good spot for a Carepad, it's almost unstoppable unless you kill the survivor that spawns it. Not to mention how you need it to have the Carepad ability. So with that being said, it's going in S tier. Number 2, Punch. Punch is the second best stun that can actually, stun the killer. I know I make very riveting scripts, don't I? Punch lets you punch forward. Who would have figured? And if you hit, it stuns the killer. Like Shedletsky's Slash, this ability is very easy to use and the most reliable move in the game. It has a massive hitbox. Can save teammates, extend chases, and is very good overall. I don't really have much else to say. Punch is very reliable and very good. So with that being said, it's going in S tier. I've said, with that being said, it's going in S tier so many times. And number 1, the grand spot. Who would have guessed? It's Carepad. Carepad is actually broken. When you get a mix of the Bonus Pad ability and the Caretaker ability, you get the Carepad move. It works similarly to the Carepad, but going on it heals survivors. And it's not even like a slow heal, like Builderman's dispenser. No, this thing heals fast. You can get up to full health really quickly. This makes playing against a Carepad civilian really infuriating, so you have to target them early game. And the caveats to this really aren't that bad. Yes, you have low health, but the fact that you have 2 different heals, you become just like amazing. And you know, in this game, you always have teammates that help you, unlike in Forsaken. So you can trust that you're going to be getting the bestest of health. The other caveat is that it's rare, but like, it's not that rare. I feel like every other game I still see one of these guys. This is crazy. This move is crazy, and Carepad is broken. Just target the survivor. Moving on. Looking back, I feel like I should have replaced these two, but like, I don't know. I feel like Carepad is still really broken, albeit rare. So yeah, that's gonna do it. If you guys want to see more Die of Death videos, then yeah, sure. Yeah.